Emotional intelligence has to do with the way that we see, the way we're feeling, and the way other people feel. When we think about ourselves, sometimes we use the term self-consciousness, and sometimes that has a negative connotation. I'm overly self-conscious. But people who are emotionally intelligent actually have self-consciousness. They are conscious about what they themselves are doing and about what they're feeling. When we become self-aware, we're able to ask ourselves questions about how we're feeling when we're experiencing an event. Why do we feel this way? How are other people responding to how I'm feeling about this event? We call this introspection, and it's an important process of becoming emotionally intelligent. We want to be able to understand ourselves. Now you can drive yourself crazy being too self-aware, being overly self-critical, thinking about everything you did during the day. I do this all the time. I lay in bed at night thinking about all the interactions I had sometimes and about if I said something or if I reacted somehow and how people responded to my reactions. You have to be careful about being overly critical about yourself. So while you don't want to be too self-critical, it is useful to take stock of what's going on around you. How did you respond to a situation? How did others respond to you when you were responding to that situation? Do you think you handled it the best way you could have? Can you think of ways you might have handled it differently? The signs of an emotionally intelligent person is they understand themselves, they understand how they react in certain situations, and then they learn from those situations and correct their behavior. So taking stock is really important. What you want to avoid, though, is being so critical that in time you start engaging in something we call stinking thinking, where you're thinking that everything that's happening around you is the worst possible thing that could happen, that there's no way out of this. There is a way out of this. Things that seem bad right now, in retrospect, aren't bad at all. Think about the worst thing that happened to you in high school, and think about where you are now. How did that thing affect you today? Probably not very much. But while we're in the middle of a situation, we tend to think that this is the worst possible thing that can happen. So think about the future. How will you be a year from now while you're going through something that's difficult? While emotionally intelligent people are self-aware, they're also other-aware. In sociology, we use the term the other to refer to people outside of our own self. It reminds me of a story that I think about a lot. I remember being a young child and going to a grocery store and seeing my teacher there and just being shocked that Mrs. Robinson was there because she didn't belong there, she belonged in school, and she should be just waiting for me to show up because that's all I knew about her. Her whole life was revolving around me. I didn't have any appreciation that she had a life outside of my life. As we grow older, we tend to understand better that other people lead their own lives. Emotionally intelligent people understand that other people have feelings and they are struggling with things and they are experiencing the same thing that we're experiencing, and that our job is to be as responsive to them as we hope they will be responsive to us. So how do you become emotionally intelligent? First, pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on inside your own head. Think about how you're reacting to situations around you. Think about why you're feeling that way, and think about if there are better ways to manage that situation. Second, look and listen. How are people responding to you when you're engaged in a situation? Are they looking at you with disdain? Are they rolling their eyes? Those are signals to you that they don't think you're acting the right way. Look, listen, pay attention, learn.